Today we're going to be taking a look at a electric pump intended for inflating sports equipment, soccer balls, footballs, basketballs, etc. And we're going to see whether or not it's worth the $20 or so. So here we have the PUMTECK Electric Ball Pump model AP1-P that I picked up from Amazon. And let's take a look inside the box. So first thing I notice is that the box has got magnets in it, nice little magnetic clasp in order to lock into place. I've already removed the protective covers from the display here, but as we pull it out here, we've got a bag with a couple different needles in order to inflate soccer balls, basketballs, footballs, etc. Charging cable, flexible hose, and a nozzle to work with maybe an air mattress or a small, like a pool toy. We do have a carrying case in the bag as well. We've got the pump itself and the user guide. So let's take the box, set it aside here, and take a look at this device. We've got the port here for the flexible hose. Let's go ahead and screw that in. You can also see that there is a little port here on the top. That's actually a little flashlight built into that. We can see here that input is 5 volts 1 amp. That's the micro USB charger with a 2000 milliamp battery inside. And on the top of the unit here, we have the micro USB charger. It does come with one micro USB cable. The manual says it takes 2 hours to charge, which makes sense if we're doing 5 volts at 1 amp and have a 2 amp hour battery. So let's go ahead and try this thing out. You notice if I just press the power button, it doesn't really do anything. So I press and hold the power button, we'll see the 3 little lines come up, and then we will see, and it's hard to see this display in the light, which is my biggest complaint, but you'll see what our pressure is set to, what the current pressure is, what the target pressure, and I'm going to go ahead and reduce this down to soccer ball. Let's go with 9 psi. And if I double tap this right button here, or the increase pressure button, if I double click that, that turns on the flashlight. And if I double tap that again, that turns off the flashlight. So you can see we've got a green indicator on display here, that green indicator for the battery. We've got our target pressure and the current pressure. So let's try to inflate a couple soccer balls. All right, so I've got a soccer ball here. This one's been sitting in the back of my truck for a couple months. You can see it doesn't have a lot of pressure in it. Now on these, you always want to moisten the needle before inserting. Go ahead and insert the needle into the end of the ball. And you can see that this is currently registering right here, 1.8 psi, and we have a target of 9. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the power button once. Okay, it'll automatically shut off once it reaches its target pressure. You can see we had the pressure set to 9 and it went to 9.1. That was a size 4 ball. Let's go ahead and try a size 5 soccer ball, which is the normal size you'd have for teenagers on up. All right, this one's sitting at about 1 psi. I'm going to go ahead and press the inflate button, and we'll see if the noise is any different with it not sitting here. And there you go. Once again, it shuts off as soon as it gets to its target pressure. Turn the pump off. All I need to do is same as turning it on. I press and hold the power button, and it goes to off. That was the PUMTECK Electric Ball Pump. All in all, I do like this device. The display is pretty much impossible to read outside in sunlight, but it does remember your pressure setting, so you don't need to fuss with it when you're outdoors in sunlight. The display is quite nice looking in the dark, but not something you read in the sunlight. And it does take a little bit longer than I'd like to pump up, but all in all, I do like this product at $20, and I would certainly buy it again at that price point.